The human race is currently facing the largest crisis that we have ever faced, the climate crisis. This is how Earth is supposed to work. When the energy from the sun reaches Earth, some is reflected by the atmosphere, some is absorbed by the Earth, and some gets through the atmosphere but then bounces away from Earth. But we have damaged Earth. We have created an economy and a way of living that is heavily reliant on carbon-based materials. Cars run on carbon dioxide. Factories produce carbon dioxide. Everything we do creates carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide is not good for the environment. It creates holes in the atmosphere, and these holes allow more energy into Earth, which thus forces Earth to absorb more of it and become much hotter. If we continue on this path, the climate will be the least of our problems. The real problem is going to be conflicts between nations. Nations will start attacking each other in order to secure resources, and the result will be World War III. But unlike the other wars, this will not be a war to end all wars. It will simply be a war to end all. Well, what do? There are a lot of viable solutions. The problem is that all of these solutions are not quick fixes. All of them take time to implement and take time to start working. Carbon taxing takes time. Research takes time. Adaptation takes time. So, even if we were to find some sort of magical way to solve this problem, chances are that we would be too late. In order to literally save the world, we need to slow down and delay climate change from reaching a boiling point. So, how do we do this? Well, we use geoengineering. So, geoengineering is a new field of science where the focus is adjusting our climate. There are two main ways of doing this. The first way is to block sun from entering our atmosphere. We spray in aerosols, we create fake clouds, we do anything in order to help stop those holes and get rid of those holes that climate change and that carbon dioxide are creating. Because if we do this, we just block sun from coming in. The second way is to put something like lime into the oceans, so that we can suck CO2 right out of the air. If we create things and different elements and different objects that suck out the CO2 from the air and that remove carbon from the air, we can counteract the factories and we can make it so that there aren't any holes to begin with, which would be. But there's a catch. Yes, geoengineering is very needed. It could help us delay climate change long enough to find a permanent solution, whatever that is. But geoengineering is not the permanent solution. We are in this thread of switching from one non-renewable energy source to another, and geoengineering is no different. We're just dealing with the problem, but we aren't really fixing it. Eventually, we will run out of lime to put in the ocean, or we will run out of aerosols to put into the clouds, and when this happens, the climate will be the same as before, and it will start getting worse and worse. We need to use geoengineering to delay the crisis, but not just to hide it from the next generation and pretend it's solved. So, we need geoengineering, yes, but there's also a huge obstacle to success because it's a very easy scapegoat to just not dealing with it and leaving it to future people and science.